What's going on, everyone? It's Ben from YGO from Zero, back with another retro Yu-Gi-Oh video and back with a new series that I'm going to be trying out. I thought of this fun idea a while ago, and this is the first time that I'm actually implementing it, so we'll see how it goes. But there are a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Retro formats out there. On my channel, I generally go through chronologically, starting at the very beginning and going up to the present day. But, as we continue into the future, decks will get harder and harder to play because there's a lot more going on in their archetypes, and also more developments arise in older formats as well. So there's a lot to cover even outside of where I'm at right now, but I can't necessarily always decide on what to pick to cover there. So that's where this wheel comes in. So the wheel of Yu-Gi-Oh! Retro formats has every retro format on it. It's just, they're so tiny because there's so many that you can't actually read them here, but it does have every retro format listed on Format Library on them. I'm going to spin a wheel and then do a live duel in that format. It could be a format I've never played before and that I'm completely unfamiliar with. It could be a format that I'm intimately familiar with, and we can dive back into some of the newer decks that are going on there. But I figure it should be a fun way to sort of just diversify what I do on the channel and what formats I cover. If you don't like this, then let me know down in the comments below, because this is a new series again, so I want your feedback on it. But if you do like it, let me know what I can do to improve in the future to make this series even better. But anyways, I'm going to start spinning, and let's see how this thing goes. So I'm just going to give it one click, because there's already enough formats on there, so I don't need to complicate with more. And we got zombie format. Zombie format is actually the format right after the one that I'm covering on the channel, but this will give us a little bit of a sneak peek into the future. So let's pull up a deck on Format Library and download that and then load into a game with it. So for those of you who don't know, Zombie format is the format basically right after Trooper format, which I'm currently covering on the channel. It's based around SJC Durham, and it didn't really change too much of the game. The big thing was the ban list. The ban list changed to the September 2007 ban list, and that had some key hits. Like, for instance, Trap Dushu got hit, which was at 3 in Trooper format. Ring Destruction, I believe, is gone. Breaker is back. So there are some major differences between the two. But really, this format is kind of like Perfect Circle Light. There are some cards that are not released in this format yet that come out in Perfect Circle, like the Glad Beasts and Light and Darkness Dragon, as well as Dim Prison as well. But, there's still a lot of similarities between the two. And so the format is largely dominated by, Perfect Circle Monarch and things that are just good in Perfect Circle. But the format's named Zombie because the winning deck list of SJC Durham was a zombie list. So that is what I will be testing out here, playing it on the channel here. Part of the reason why I'm doing this as well is because this style of deck is a combo deck, and combo decks can be a bit tricky to play on first glance. So doing this will give me some practice for when I do it, for when I actually get to covering Zombie on the channel. So this isn't really like as far afield as I expect Wheel of Wednesdays to generally go. But it should still be fun nonetheless. So I'm going to load this into a game real quick. I'm not going to go through the card by card. I'll do card by card for my zombie deck once I actually play it on the channel in a devoted video. But we're just going to take this deck and try and combo off and dive into a game and hopefully win a game of zombie. Okay, we got a game here against Dump Truck, and, for the Wheel of Wednesdays, I'm going to do a live game. So I do all the things that I typically do. I rolled a dice. I got 1, so that will be rock. And, yeah, we're diving into the game. I'm going to go first because I feel like it is just better to go first. They're on 1 card extra deck. We're on a 6 card extra deck. So they are playing a very dangerous game here with that 1 card extra deck. What if they need a card in the extra deck that doesn't come up? We got some DB lag here. That is a pretty good draw. We got Book of Life. We got Turtle. I could summon the Turtle to play around Knock, but I've got another Turtle in hand, so I can always crash a Turtle into theirs. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set a Turtle, pass back to them. Don't really feel the need to commit any back row into what might be an MS tier Heavy Storm. I want to get at least some value off the card safe return here first. But that is a bit unfortunate for us. We're going to flip that up, see if they want to banish. I assume that they will. Yep, they will indeed banish, so we lose that Turtle. But we do have this other Turtle in hand, so let's see if they got anything. Nope, they do not. I think instead of going for the Morphing Dart, I'm just going to go for a Turtle here, try and run that out, get in for a little bit of damage. Their Warrior Lady is gone, so, they don't have that anymore. Mirror Force, that is fine. I am okay with a Mirror Force there. And again, I think we just pass. I mean, Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer is bad, but I don't necessarily want to lose any of these cards by just setting them and bluffing. Rhoda, that is worrying. They can get Don's Lug. And Stratos also works. Yeah, Stratos is a bit unfortunate. But if they do like Destiny Hero shenanigans and leave a Destiny Hero in graveyard, we can Book of Life bring back a Turtle. So I'm not too upset about that, especially since they brought up Mally. But we're just not drawing anything good here. Do I just... I might have to set Morphing Jar set 5. It really does not feel good, but I think I have to. I could bide my time, but I don't think I gain anything from biding my time. So, yeah, I'm just doing it. I mean, this does really telegraph that we've got Morphing Jar, but, I mean, it is what it is. I could play around heavy, but I just feel like it's just better to set everything. So that's what I'm going to do. And Soul Exchange is going to be a bit nasty here. They got Ryza too, probably. Oh, they've got Demok. That is unfortunate. Yep. They can't attack this turn, though, so that's something. Are they going to get Solix, or are they going to get... Actually, we're in a good spot here, because we can Book of Life now with Card of Safe Return, draw a card. We got BrainCon. Yeah, Solix should be engraved, because... at least I think so. But yeah, because it resolves... The effect happens, like, once the summon's resolved, so the Solix should be engraved. They can add back Solix here, but I'm feeling honestly okay about this, all things considered. So I think what I'm going to do, first I'm going to activate this Card of Safe Return, and then I'm going to go for Book of Life. Target Turtle and Stratos. Okay, that will go through. So Turtle comes back, and Stratos gets banished. And we do get to draw a card from that. Is it a good one? Zombie Master is not good right now. That's honestly not a good card right now. Okay, this one card in the field. That didn't do anything for us here. It's not the best. That is tricky for us. See, that's 4,000 damage we got right now. Zombie Master does not do it for us. Yeah, it's just kind of rough. I think I am just gonna try and snipe the Demok. This doesn't get them a card engrave, but I think I am going to go for it. And we do it. We're just that good at the game. I was thinking, like, the reason I brought out the Turtle and attack was because I was like, well, there are worlds in which we can bring con the Demok and then go crazy, but might have been a bit greedy. But yeah, luckily we managed to pull off the snipe, and so that's going to be pretty good for us. Yep, we will allow that. They're going to spin back this. That's fine. It's not fine, but it's like, okay. And I think I'm actually going to keep the snipe in hand and pass back. It's unfortunate they've got Rise out, but we're not really at risk of dying here yet. D-draw. Yep, that's going to be fine. Yeah, they're going to draw 2 here. They could potentially pop off and kill us, but I am feeling okay about this, especially because we do have another Book of Life to bring back. Oh, we got knocked for that. I mean, I am okay with this. Let's start the turn. Oh, this is just getting better and better. I think we knock first, just in case it's like a Sangan or something and they've got like a TT. It is a Spy. We are fine hitting those. And we actually do have game just on board, I believe. So I could potentially leave Sidra in hand, try and target the back row, because then we've got 3,900 plus book for Zombie Master. That is lethal. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to... Actually, it's also illegal without doing snipe. So I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm not going to go for snipe. I'm just going to go for Special Sidra. See if that's fine. Let's go Book of Life. I'm going to target Zombie Master. Because then I can also bring back the turtle off this too. So I'm going to banish you off the book. And then I'm going to draw a card from Safe Return. Yes, I'll prio. I will indeed prio. I'm going to pitch a rat here. Target turtle, because that's the only thing. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We lose these. But I do get to bring back the turtle, and that will be able to draw me another card. And I have not normal summoned yet this turn. I believe it goes through. Oh, wait, you're right. Yep, it doesn't, because it does not. Yep. You're right. Yep, that is true. So I shouldn't have prioed there. I thought it did. Because it says if it's face up. Well, actually, let me look up. Because it might not be. Okay, so you learn something new every day. So it does not work, and that is bad for us because we basically pitched a card for no reason. Because we should not have used Prio on that because it has to be face up. So yeah, I mean that is our bad, honestly. And I think I keep the Snipe Hunter in hand because they're on Soul Exchange things or on things like that. So I don't think it makes sense to do that. Rhoda is going to be pretty good for them there. They can get back a thing, but we would have been in a much better spot here because we would have been able to attack in for 14 with the rat, dropping them down to 3,900, and then next turn we could like brain con if they like soul exchanged into something, and we had a much better possibility of winning now, and now we do not, and that's going to be rough for us. TT is pretty good though. We will take TT. We're gonna TT that. And that's going to be pretty good for us if that's a Fearmonger. I should say Disc Commander. Disc Commander is pretty good for them. But I think here, honestly, now we go for Snipe Hunter. Because now if they clear the Snipe Hunter, we can special summon out Sidra, brain con whatever they cleared it with, and we're feeling pretty good. So there is a risk that they take control of the Snipe Hunter and then try and pop our brain con, which would be bad. Yep, that is the risk there. So we'll give them that, and then they are going to go for it. And they are going to target the correct thing for them to target. So this is the risk, but I do think it was still worth it. And let's go! They missed. So are they going to do it again? They are going to do it. So pitching the Fearmonger probably. Yep, that's fine. Oh, no! The one. Okay, so that will go to top deck, but that will be the end of the game for them. Because we do have lethal here, so... Yep. So luckily our misplay did not matter, because we still killed them. So yeah, that was a learning experience. This is why I'm doing the Wheel Wednesdays. So that way when I get to these formats, I know a bit more about what's going on, but we're definitely bringing pullings there. We could bring in a Mind Crush as well. I don't hate Mind Crush here with like a Monarch build. Dust Shoot's also good against Monarch, so I don't hate that. But Dust Shoot's bad against like Rhoda. So that is an issue. But if they go like, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Dust Shoot. I'm going to not include Dust Shoot for now. I'm going to take out these knocks for sure because they're not really setting much. I mean, they could set Disc Commander, they could set Fearmonger, but I feel like most of the time they're not really setting. So I'm going to take out the knocks. What else is good to take out? I feel like DDV is still good against their deck. Is it good against their deck? What does DDV do against their deck? What does it hit? It doesn't really hit a ton. You get hand knowledge though, which is very good with Mind Crush. We'll bring that in. So I'm gonna keep Andy. No, I think I take out TDV. I think it's kind of awkward. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. If I feel like DDV is worth it, then I can put it back in. But I that's what I'm gonna decide. I don't know if that's correct or not. We're not going first, so I'm not gonna bring in Dust Shoot here. If we do make it to game 3 and we do go first, I'll bring in the Dust Shoot. But that's what I'm feeling right now. Siding is always the toughest part of playing Yu-Gi-Oh, honestly, in my opinion. And it's something that you get better at as you play more of the format and see what's around. But that is unfortunate here. We kind of wanted not Sangan, so that way we could go for a creature swap play here. But we still have an okay position here if we go normal summon Card Trooper. And we are going to use Prio to mill 3. So... mill 3, 1, 2, 3. Those are pretty good ones. But, you know, yeah, it's just rough because Minecraft would be nice against whatever they search off Sangan here. But they're going to search out a Mally, which means they probably have a D-draw lined up, which is not going to be good for us because they can extend into things that have them 2 monsters on board, so that messes with our creature swap a bit. But there are still potentially things we can do. But, yep, there's the D-draw. So they are going to do that. They're going to draw 2 now. And we'll have to see what they do from there. But I'm not too upset here. If they don't extend into more than 1 monster, then we do have, like, give them a rat, give them a turtle, crash into that, and then beat over it. If not, then, okay, I'm okay with that. Oh, I'm very okay with this. They do have some good cards in grave. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to mill 3. See what we mill. Milling a Reaper is pretty good there as well. I think what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to start by summoning out... Oh, do I just go... No, I think what I do... What am I bringing out off rat that I'm not bringing out off? I'm going to go for turtle, so that way I have more than one zombie engrave. Okay, they do have TT for that. So we will get to draw a card here, which is nice. And I think I am just going to book back the Reaper. I'm going to book target disc, I think. Disc is more annoying, I think, overall. Oh, Reaper. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, that was not clear. Yep. They are going to crow the Reaper, so that's kind of rough for us. But not the end of the world. It just is unfortunate because we would have liked that draw. We also would have liked that banish. But I don't think so. I don't think it banishes here because I think it says spell summon the first target. Also, I can check though. Yeah, because this is a bit of a tricky case. It just has to do with conjunction. So let me check that real quick. Okay, we resolved it. It is still banished here, so it's still good to get the disc out, which is nice. There isn't. I mean, they go for Mally here, which is unfortunate. They do have that online, but I'm much more afraid of them drawing 2 off disc than them banishing for Mally. Yes, they can go into like a Ryza here, which is unfortunate. But and it looks like they are going. Oh, Mobius. Okay, yep, that is also unfortunate. But we do have Rat and Swap, so we can go for that. And I will take the 24 here. That's kind of rough. But TT is gone, so I don't need to worry about TT. I can also just MST their card, which I think I will do. So I'm going to MST their back row. Dust, okay. I'm not too concerned with that. But let's go Rat, Creature Swap. So then we can attack into the Rat. Deal 1,000 of them. Bring out a Turtle. And it's not a bad spot to be in. Now let's pass back to them. Mobius is a pretty good side in. I wasn't thinking about Mobius when I set the Mirror Force, but maybe I should have been thinking about that more. Yeah. Because now we're a bit down on cards. I'm not too concerned here, though. But, well, Morphing Jar is a good way to get back cards. So, I could go for lethal here. Actually, I think I just go for lethal here, right? Because I do have it. They've used up TT. So, I'm going to use Prio here. Actually, I should not have used Prio. It wouldn't have mattered anyways. It's chainable. Okay, so that goes to the top of the deck. And I'm not even going to roll it. Doesn't matter. That is unfortunate, though, because now they get their Mobius back for later. But if they don't have a way to deal with the Turtle here, then that's going to be rough for them. But I do think this was worth it, even though we do use Morphing Jar, which is good. Yep, that's a way to deal with Turtle. They get out the Mobius here. And now let's hope we... Oh, okay, we've got a decision here. We could potentially just crash the Koki in. I am actually going to crash the Koki in. Because I do not want to just gamble this, you know. Yes, we get in for some damage here, but I think we also are in a really good spot here overall. They've got a breaker. That's going to be rough for us. Now, if we draw a battle trap to stop this, you know, we can't deal with that. But Zombie Master is going to be pretty good. I'm actually going to pass here for a turn because I want the, you know, Zombie Master to actually be able to have a target, not just die to the breaker. So I'll take that 19 if they had like strategy or something. Oh, well, Call also does it. So, yep, that will do it there. So that'll be the end of that game. Yeah, and I think, again, Dective State Virus didn't really seem like it would have done much there. So I think if I banished... Disc Commander might have been the wrong call there. Maybe Mally was the right call, but I was too afraid. But yeah, I guess Disc Commander doesn't really do much without Call, which they did not have there. I'm still in, like, Perfect Circle, or not Perfect Circle. I'm still in a Trooper mentality where there's pre-mat available as well, so that's a bit awkward there for us. I think what we do is we take out a Dust Tornado. Because they didn't really seem to be... They had some back row, so Dust Tornado is still good overall, but it's not as good, I think. So I'm going to go for Dust Shoot instead. And I could bring in Bazoo and the return package as well. Bazoo does get over Monarchs. I think that's just a bit too greedy there, so I'm not going to go for it. Maybe that was the mistake. Maybe I should bring in the Bazoo return stuff. But oh, pre-mat is in this format. But I guess, yeah, I guess I was fine with what I did. I'm just going to say Turtle pass. I'm not going to commit any back row into this. Because I don't have any cards engraved for Call the Haunted, so it doesn't make sense to do. But Yeah, they're going to go for a Sidra. Just crash in here. I am perfectly fine with that. Let's bring out... You know what? Let's bring out the Ill Blood. I like Ill Blood. I can Ill Blood summon, bring out a turtle, do stuff with that. That's fun. If not, I can always just summon out Breaker, Crash, but they do have a back row there. I could just go Breaker, pop the back row. And then I do have Call and Book for later. So yeah, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go Breaker. I'm going to pop that back row. They Crush card. Okay, that's going to be a little bit rough for us here. But it's not the worst thing in the world because we do have Book of Life. We do have some other stuff here to get some stuff going. So I'm not too upset about this. We'll get a lot of knowledge over the course of the game here. But let's go Book of Life. I'm going to target Turtle. See if that goes through. They do have the Crow for that. Okay, but one of the Crows gets banished, so that's something at least. Whoops. And now I'm going to pre-map, pay 8. Target Blood. And now I can go for this. So that's what I'll do. Crash into this guy here. And then main 2, they don't really have a good way to get out a Monarch this turn, so I'm not going to set the pulling. I guess I could, but I'm just going to set the call. Pass back. I don't want to play in a heavy. And they're going to probably play around pulling for a fair bit of this. If they got Stratos, they got Stratos, but like, I'm okay with this. Do I call? I don't think I call here. I think I save it. This is that. So, yep. Because I have to reveal off Crush card. I'm just going to set one pass. I want to save blood for when I can actually do some crazy stuff. That's my reasoning behind this. Breaker. Yep, that's fine. So now they know this is a call. So that's unfortunate because the pulling would have affected that as well. But that's rough for us here. And now we'll take 16. Yep, so actually I'm going to turn off auto draw. Mill that. Add that to hand. And this is last turn on Crush card. Yeah, so last turn on Crush card there. And, I don't know. I'm just going to set everything, I think, right? I'm going to MST 1 first, just to do it. Okay, glad I did that. And now I'm going to just set the house, because why not? There's no reason not to do this at this point. If they do have a way to put Morphing Jar back, they got a way to put Morphing Jar back, but it is what it is, you know? Yeah, maybe I misplayed with the call instead of the pulling, but I wanted to get the blood in rotation if that was possible. And they didn't have a way to get... I guess once they set 2, I should have set a pulling as well. That was my mistake. Once they set 2, I should have set some more. Anyways, we're going to get some draws here. So we get to draw 5. Interesting they didn't go for... Well, actually, they knew about pulling, so the Mobius makes sense not to go for there. This is a good hand for us. It's a very good hand for us. We need to remember not to use Prio on the Zombie Master. That is something we need to remember. Mally, so they might... Oh, nope. Nope. Level 4 lower. Yeah, no Mally. No Mally. They can get Stratos here. They've not used Stratos. No worries. It happens to everyone. They can do Stratos, but the awkward thing about Stratos is that we've got pulling here. So pulling can stop the Stratoses from going through. So yeah, they're just going to grab a Disc Commander instead. And yep, that will be able to be used there. And this is going to be unfortunate if that set is a call. If that set's a call, then we're in a really bad spot. If they draw into pre-mat, we're also in a pretty bad spot. So a lot of things can put us in a pretty bad spot. But let's see. No TT's been used up. That is going to be annoying if they've got TT for the Zombie Master. So yeah, I think we did majorly misplay earlier by not setting the pulling after they set 2. They could have just Phoenix Wind blasted the pulling, but they would have had to use up that, and then we could have MST'd their other one. So, yeah, I think it was a major mistake not to set the pulling when they had 2 back row set there. I was playing around heavy too much when I really should not have been, because we know that they probably would not have the heavy there. So these are things that, like, you know, I generally pick up on in the sort of retroactive analysis. You know, I talk about the plays I should have made as opposed to the ones that I did make. But we're still not in a terrible spot. You know, we can potentially come back with Zombie Master with double card safe return. So we do draw here because it is not, we're not under Reckless now. I'm going to bring this out. No prio this time. I've learned from my mistakes. No prio. Let's see if that's fine. Okay, that is indeed fine. Let's go card safe return. Let's go card safe return. And now I think it's time to do this. So I'm going to declare this guy. I'm going to pitch the Snipe Hunter. Okay, Dust Tornado on 1. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so we do get back the Blood Man. And now we get to use this. And we get to draw creature swap. That can help us later, so that's nice. Do we go for an attack here? I think we... Do we go for an attack here? That is the question. Do we run into Mirror Force? Oh, that's really tough, actually. Also, what's the set monster? Set monster is Spy. So if we run into Mirror Force here and they do have Spy, then they flip up Spy and they get in for 24 plus 16 and then plus additional. So I don't actually think we can attack here. They've been holding that set for a long time, though. To be fair, we have not attacked with anything, though. Would they have made the plays that they made if that was Mirror Force? And also, if it's Mirror Force, are we winning in the future here? We don't have MST anymore. I guess we can always set a turtle in the future. They set a dust there. I'm gonna go for it. I think I go for it. It's definitely risky. I think I do it though. Oh, it was a DD Warrior Lady. Okay, so that was... I either read it as Spy, but I guess I was wrong about that. The good thing is that we can still Zombie Master next turn by pitching Turtle, target Turtle. So we could have also done that this turn as well. But I did have to read that as a Spy. I didn't actually want to crash the... Maybe I should have crashed the Turtle into the Breaker and done that. But I got Creature Swap for that, so I kind of want to use that for that. So anyways, do I play around Dust Shoot? I don't think I play around Dust Shoot. Maybe that's a mistake, but they're going second here. I'm not sure if they play Dust Shoot against zombies, which have plenty of ways to offload their hand. So, what warrior are they getting? They used up Warrior Lady. Stratos is one. Fearmonger. Okay, Fearmonger isn't bad. Oh, especially when they have D-Draw. Yeah. Okay, so they get to pitch the Fearmonger, draw 2. Hopefully they're drawing all those Malleys. You know, that'd be nice. Trying to draw into heavy, probably. That's what I assume. Because these pullings are kind of problematic for them if they want to bring on a Monarch. Yep, that's fine. Call here. What are they calling? Yeah, that's unfortunate for us. Yep. So they get to draw 2, potentially try and go for another heavy, potentially try and go for someone else. Not looking good for us here. But okay, they are just going to attack in. We'll take the 3. Unfortunately, we can't use that to then revive the turtle next turn. That would be the ideal case, but unfortunately, we cannot do that. So, also, we kind of have to attack in with the turtle this turn if we want to do that. They're setting a lot here. They do have the Dust Shoot, so they will get to see our hand. That is unfortunate. That is the risk to keeping the swap in hand, but I did not want to play into a heavy that they could have potentially drawn into. So, but this was definitely, this is definitely frustrating for us. They're going to send back the Sangan. I think that this means that they do have the Force now. I mean, we can check their grave. They've not used up Force yet. So yeah, I think they've got the Force. So I'm just going to set the turtle, set the Force, and pass back to them. They know about it now, so it's a bit worse, but I think this is the right play here. They have dust. Okay. So they might have double dust, which would also be bad for us. But they do not, it looks like. But that is worrying because, okay, they've got Phoenix Wing for the other pulling. Yep. So that's rough because now they... Yeah, so I'm glad I ultimately did not attack here, but... Well, maybe I should have attacked and tried to bait that out. But if it was Mirror Force, then we would have lost, but we would have been in a much worse spot here. The good thing is there a really good thing here? Not really. If they don't deal with Mirror Force, they got to deal with Turtle and vice versa. So there is a world. So if they got Demock, which we did see game 1, it's not really the best for them because they don't have a spell engrave to deal with Mirror Force. So we at least have that going for us. They also lose their second monster, so then creature swap is more online for us. But anyway, I maybe really should have played around the Dust Shoot more. I just did not expect them to necessarily bring it in against this deck in particular. I guess we're drawing a lot of cards of Safe Return if everything goes well, so there is that. But yeah, they also had to have it there. And heavy on our back row would have been very good for them if we had set the swap. And I think that this deck does have the capabilities to draw into heavies pretty well. So, okay, it looks like they're going to stack the Mirror Force back on top. They're going to go to battle here, hitting over that turtle. What are you going to bring out? I think just another turtle, right? Yeah, it seems good to me. They're going to attack into this turtle. What are we bringing out? I don't hate bringing out... Let's see, we know we're drawing Mirror Force, so we can't go into anything too crazy there. We could go into a Koki, crash over the Cider, and we could also go into Reaper, but I don't necessarily want to go into Reaper. So I think I am going to go into Koki here, because next turn I can crash over the Cyber Dragon. I'm drawing into Mirror Force. So I'm not too upset about this, but that set is probably a way to deal with Koki. But I don't really think there's necessarily a good option here. So I just got to kind of do what I got to do. And there's the Mirror Force. So that is indeed that. And we're just going to set the swap and set the mirror because if they do have heavy off the top, we lose the game anyways. So this introduces some uncertainty. So now we can go for the mirror there. They knew about it. So, you know, they just had to run into it, it looks like. But, yeah. I drew it again after all that. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, the deck was shuffled. So, yeah, actually, we didn't know what was happening there. So, yeah, I was not expecting that. So that might have been a shuffler error. I don't know, but yeah, no, that's kind of weird. And the Sangan's back too, which is revenge of the spun back cards here. That's kind of wild. We got very lucky with this, all things considered. Pulling is also a very good draw here. I think we do want to commit that. So that's what we're going to do. Because it does hit Monarch, it hits a bunch of stuff. If they draw heavy off the top and they did not have anything to do last turn, then yep, there's the heavy. So we do lose all this, but that means they probably don't have anything else to do this turn. Unless they were saving the heavy for when they actually had stuff to do. But that's not really going to do much for us here. But if we check their graveyard... No, I don't want anything to get spun except for the Sangan, so I'm not committing that. I'm going to learn from my past mistakes and not do that. They've not sent a Mali yet. So pre-mat. Oh, that is going to be rough. Okay, pre-mat here. Stratos. Yep. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so setting the swap with the Force, that was definitely a potential misplay there. But yeah, and D-draw for for Mali. Oof, that's rough. If we go into Sangan, they could deck out. There is that possibility. But I don't know. They play a fair amount of Monarchs, so I don't know how likely that is. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to grab a Trooper here, because Trooper can get over this Stratos. They've not normaled or set or anything, but I still feel like this is pretty good. Sidra, that is also very good. So we don't know anything beyond the Mali, but what I do want to do is I want to bring out this Sidra. I want to bring out this Trooper. I'll mill 3. I feel like it's just good to get things in grave at this point. And I'm just going to tack into... I'll tack into the Stratos first. I don't think it really matters on order that much here. I think the thing for them to get is like Spy, if that's a spy. Oh, Faith. Faith is going to be a bit annoying for us here. But either way, I think this is, I mean, they go into pre-mat probably. Yeah, they get back to pre-mat. So actually, that was a misplay on my part. I should have, I just did not consider Faith. That is my bad for sure. That might cost us the game here, actually. So that is definitely something to consider for future games. I did not expect the Faith there. But Faith getting back the, yeah, and there's actually lethal damage here. So, I think if they just took the Sidra, well, actually it wasn't quite lethal there, I guess. But, okay, yeah, either way, this was lethal. So, but yeah, if they had gotten back like Rhoda or something instead, then we would have been in a much better spot. But, I think we were still losing this no matter what. So, yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Because, like, even if they couldn't get back if they can get back the pre-mat, then they get back, not D-Draw, they have to get back, I guess, heavy. Yeah, they get back heavy, right? So they get back heavy, and that doesn't really do anything for them, but it does insulate them from future plays. Then they go for Brain Con on the Trooper, go for Ryza, spin back our Sidra, attack in for 24. And then, yeah. So, yeah, so I think we're still dead here, despite all that. Yeah, the card save return was unfortunately a bit of a rough draw here in the end. But again, I think I misplayed at some crucial junctures here. And, you know, it's always good to reflect on the misplays and sort of figure out what you can do differently in the future. So here I think it was just keeping better track of what's going on top of the deck. I drew in a Bear Force and I was like, oh yeah, that was on top because I got spun back, right? So I have to hide it with the creature swap, but I should not have done that. Because, like, I mean, even if they spun it back there, I'd still survive, and then I draw it next turn and set that, and then I'm still in an okay spot because they still need to clear the Mirror Force eventually anyways. So, yeah. But either way, this was some very, very fun games. Again, I need to learn the lines on this deck a little bit better. I think I definitely misplayed throughout these games, but I hope that it shows how fun this format can be, and I'm very excited to actually cover it for real on the channel when I get to it. So hope you all enjoyed this. As always, I know a lot of people have been asking for me to do live duel content at some point, and this can sort of fill that void of live duel content. You can get to see how I sort of think about things, you know, as we actually go through the games. But let me know what you think about this format of video down in the comments below. If you want to play games in this format or any other format that I feature on the channel, head on over to the YGO from Zero Discord server, linked in the description down below as well. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. We're at slightly over 1,700. I really like to reach 1,800 by the end of the year, hopefully by the end of the month, but I'm not going to get too over ambitious. But, yeah, if you could help us get to that goal, that'd be really nice. And as always, big shout out to my patrons, Rinswin, Pork Tycoon, Bread Knocker, Tyler Compton, GeoMyFest, Dump Truck, Scout Zero, and I think that's it. So thank you all for, you know, supporting me in the way that you do, and encourage me to make more videos like this one. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed as always. And until next time, I've been Ben from YGO from Zero. I'm signing off.